You talking to me?
Goonies never say die!
What's in the box?
Just what do you think you're doing, Dad?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Big Bang Cinema. My name is Isaac the Floppy Man Anderson.
I'm Tyler. I made it here on time, King.
And this is a movie show where we talk about movie news.
Movie reviews.
And every single thing in between. You did make it here on time.
I sure did.
It's nice because this is totally not filmed earlier than what you're watching it right now.
You're watching us from the future.
Well, technically, we're watching them from the past. It's all about perspective, but we're right. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. Real quick, we're going to hop right into movie news, starting with Jurassic World 3 is going to be starting to film.
They're not.
And by starting to film, I mean it's already filming now.
What, you tell me they're making a third one?
Yeah, it's called Jurassic World 3. Please stop.
Did you kind of feel like after the last one they have nowhere left to go with its franchise?
I felt like they had nowhere to go with the franchise after the second one. Like not the second Jurassic World, like the second Jurassic Park 2, whatever it was. And I'm like, okay, I've had enough. You know what I mean?
How many times are you going to try to make a park with the dinosaurs?
Yeah, but how many more times can you do this with that before you learn that like this is not a good idea to do?
Before you don't have an insurance company that's going to cover everything.
Yeah, I know. Like, well,
They had to have the dumbest insurance company ever.
they really do. Or the dumbest investors ever that think they can fix it. I mean, it's just so stupid.
Absolutely.
But what do you think about them making Jurassic World 3?
I guarantee you it's going to suck.
Okay, why do you say that? So you are a self-proponent lover of Jurassic World 1.
Okay, I thought Jurassic Part 1, Jurassic Part 2, and Jurassic World 1 are the three best Jurassic Park movies. It was Jurassic World 1, it's not the best movie, it's an okay movie. It functions, it works, some of the shots are okay, some of the cinematography is good. Jurassic World 2 was horrendous, horrible shots, horrible framing, the works, even the science. I mean, it was still kooky science, but the second one they brought kooky science to a whole new level. A blood transfusion between two unrelated animals is not going to work.
I mean, tell that to the Star Trek Into the Darkness writers. So, I for one, am not looking forward to this whatsoever. I don't even remember what happened in the last one. I remember not liking the last one very much at all. I saw it on my birthday, and I'm like, this is what age feels like. This is what terribleness feels like. And this ruined my birthday. So I don't know where exactly. I mean, granted, they end on a
Dinosaur hybrids.
Well, they enter like the dinosaurs are going to be living with the humans out in the world. And granted, we haven't seen that before, but like, I just don't care about seeing another one of these. Just tired. It's old. I get it.
What if all the dinosaurs throws everybody back to a Stone Age, and they learn to live with the dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs learn how to talk, and they use like brachiosaurs for like an quarry, and then you got it starts the Flintstones. The Flintstones didn't take place in the past; they took place in the future, and this was their past.
I'm just going to do what most women do to me when I ask them out. I'm going to give this a hard no.
Think about that, like you fly, you take a pterodactyl to work, you just fly, go across to take a business trip.
Well, again, that's the Flintstones, though. I mean, we don't need that again.
We do need the Flintstones.
We might need the Flintstones.
You have a backhoe that's a brachiosaur.
Well, there's so many opportunities. There's literally tens of things we can do with this.
Brano burgers.
Okay. Well, any final thoughts on this before we go on?
Who's directing it?
Trevorrow,
Trevorrow.
Okay. Hot off the presses of his Star Wars success.
That never happened.
Sarcasm.
That never happened.
Yep, that never happened. Although, hey, that Book of Henry that he made was great, right?
But I gotta admit, his screenplay for the third Star Wars was a lot better than what they actually finally chose.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of like saying that's not the worst case of strep throat I've ever had. You know, like it's not a great compliment. You know what I mean? But speaking about not a great compliment, Eli Roth is going to be directing a new Borderlands film. What do you think about this news, Tyler? First off, for people that don't know what Borderlands are, or they don't know who Eli Roth is, who is, actually, tell me what Borderlands is.
It's a game I've played. I think I've played some of the first one. I don't really like it. It's
What is it about?
people go to a new alien planet and aliens are already there and they're fighting over to get resources that are like some alien energy source or something.
Okay, that sounds like a video game.
Yeah, so they're but it's like crazy.
Okay.
There's insane drug addicts and everything, and on the planet, it's like a Wild West.
Cool. I dig it. Well, in case you don't know who Eli Roth is, Eli Roth is a horror director known for some of his lower budget horror films like The Green Inferno. He's done a few
Fever.
Cabin Fever. He's done a lot of great things. He's also an actor. He's in a lot of good things.
He's in a lot of Tarantino movies.
He's in like 2.
Well, he was Donnie the Bear Jew.
Yeah, that's right, and that's where most people know him from. He's the guy with the bat.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this news?
Not a big fan of Eli Roth films. I kind of feel like they're lacking. Of course, I did like Death Wish.
Death Wish. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on that. I didn't like Death Wish. I forgot he directed that.
And I did like I kind of like the clock with a house. The house with the clock with a home.
House on the Clock with its walls.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was.
Oh, that's right. We did see that movie. I almost forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, he directed that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot he directed that. Yeah. It's like written right over here.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember it. But yeah, that movie was so unmemorable for him to direct that.
A clock with a home in the wall.
A Clock with a Home in the Wall?
Yeah.
There's so many things we can do with this. But what do you think about him directing a Borderlands film?
Borderlands shouldn't be a film, and if it was going to be directed, Eli Roth should be the one directing it.
Okay, well, who should be directing it?
Uwe Boll. Uwe Boll who could take on this master undertaking.
See, I'm interested to see an Eli Roth version of this because I like the fact that he's kind of kept things small and kind of kept things really weird. I don't really like his character writing so much. They're kind of like douchebaggery, kind of like, yeah, bro, you're going to do this thing with backwards hats and all that. I don't like his characters like that, but maybe they won't be like that in this movie. Is Borderlands focused around characters like that?
Absolutely not. It's about everybody in the game's insane.
Okay, well then I think it's going to be cool.
You choose who your character, but the only character you choose who your character is going to be. It's one of those things where you can't really make a story out of it.
Okay, well, maybe they can, or maybe it'll just be visuals.
Well, Sony did it with the Angry Birds.
I never even saw that. It's probably just like the bare minimum of what you can put into a screenplay and make it work.
Pretty much.
Okay, any final thoughts on this before we go on, bud?
I'm probably not going to watch it.
Heard that. Interested, but apprehensive at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking about interested and apprehensive, Candyman is a movie that is being rebooted from another movie called Candyman, and guess what? We have a trailer for it. Tyler, you and I just watched this trailer because this trailer literally just came out minutes before the show started.
I'm not lying. The way I thought it was going to be a new Jordan Peele movie, then I thought it was Candyman.
Yeah, well, Jordan Peele actually did produce this film. So for people that don't know what Candyman is, can you describe what Candyman is?
He got a hook, and if you go to the mirror and you call his name, he'll kill you.
He's like Biggie.
He's like Biggie Smalls. You say Biggie Smalls 3 times and he'll shoot you in the leg. The mirror and he'll shoot you in the leg. What do you want?
Okay, so what did you think about this trailer?
I actually kind of thought some of it was kind of funny. Like I kind of laughed.
You did laugh through a little bit of this. Yeah, I was right next to you when we watched it.
I thought it was gonna be like a Key and Peele skit. Mm-hmm. There's no way they're remaking this into a movie.
Well, I mean, I think it's a very simple concept. So in case you don't know what the Candyman concept is, essentially if you look in the mirror, say Candyman 5 times, is it? Then he will appear and he will kill you or something. So why would anybody ever want to do that? Is the question?
It's Bloody Mary for the urban demographic.
Yes. And Candyman has a hook for a hand and he kills you, and for some reason there's bees around him?
Yeah, there's bees around him, and I think he's got a pirate. No, he's not a pirate. Never mind, I'm thinking about somebody else.
So this is based on an actual, you think about somebody else? Candyman's not a pirate?
No, I was thinking about SpongeBob.
Oh, goodness. I understand why you get them mixed up. I mean, totally similar.
Yeah, very similar.
But yeah, Candyman's based on a movie from the early 90s of the same name with the same premise.
The hash-slinging slasher.
Yeah, that's it, the hash-slinging slasher. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, but he's got a spatula for a hand, though.
That's it.
And that's for the water demographic.
Yes, that is true, the water demographic.
So the trailer in itself, I thought it was pretty well done. The Watchmen guy that plays Dr. Manhattan, slight spoiler alert for a 6-month-old series
Oh,
from
I hate it.
HBO.
Oh, dude. Like, well, I'm pretty sure it was so. What's the word I'm looking for here? Infamous. That I'm pretty sure people probably remember what you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's good. Well, it's good to see
That massacred my boy.
No, well, I don't agree completely, but it's nice to see where that role where that guy's wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, first off, and Watchmen, you just say, good for you, man, good for you, and more like just congratulations.
Well, I kind of thought somewhere he's going to start like drumming on some trash cans, and the rest of the Blue Men are going to show up and like play with him.
Oh,
I have joined a band. I am leaving. Goodbye.
In 2019, I am playing in the Blue Man Group. In 2020, people are talking about me on a show at a community college TV station. There you go. Yeah, interesting to see what's going to happen with this. I like the actors. I think it's all really really solid. I think it's a really solid concept. I'm just really interested to see how it's going to be executed. Not necessarily going to be like itching to go see this in the theater, but we most likely will review it that week. So keep your eyes out. Any final thoughts on that?
I probably won't see it.
Heard that. You say that all the time, though. And he sticks his word. He doesn't see it.
I'm going to tell you, these movies, I feel like the last 2 years have been really big disappointment. There's nothing original. There's nothing exciting anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have these indie directors outside of Tarantino.
Do, it's the biggest thing.
Outside of Tarantino, really throwing these big ideas around.
Sure, we do. We have like what's his name? Ari Aster. We got the Safdie brothers.
Okay. I don't like Ari Aster's movies to start with.
We don't want to go too much on a tangent, but I think this is important. We have Ari Aster. We have Safdie brothers. What's his name? We have Robert Eggers. That made The Lighthouse, and that made.
I didn't like The Lighthouse, but I like The Witch.
Okay, yeah. Well, I love The Lighthouse. But anyway, that's a whole other topic for a whole other day. Guys, thank you so much for watching so far. Today, on our BBC Short Take,
What?
a big old topic, and this one caught me for surprise. Bob Iger, the president and CEO of Disney, has stepped down.
You mispronounced it's Bob Igor.
Bob Igor.
Igor has stepped down.
Bob Iger.
Igor, dude.
It's,
Come on, remember that's not how you pronounce it. Igor.
Let's just call him
Have
Bobby.
you not seen Young Frankenstein?
I have. I was making. You made it funny. You have achieved comedy. Clap,
Yes,
clap.
yeah, I have.
So, what do you think about Bob Iger stepping down?
Who's going to take his place? Let's tell the
That
audience.
is. I think his name is Bob Chapman or something like that.
He looks like Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, the other dude. He's a bald white guy. And granted, they're breaking down barriers because there's never ever been a bald white guy in a position of power. Like that's never happened.
I think one of them, the King of Siam was bald and white.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big moment for history just because we haven't seen this before.
Ramses was bald and white.
Yeah, it's just so progressive that
Yes.
Disney, so progressive. So, what do you think about Bob Iger stepping down?
It depends on how. I guess it could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing.
Okay, what do you? So first off, Bob Iger actually as weird and kind of terrible as some Disney ideas and decisions are.
He did allow Marvel to remain autonomous.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm worried the guys can like jump in there and be like, oh no, we gotta push it. We want to do a crossover with Mickey Mouse, and we need to put our other Disney characters and put them.
If that happens, that'd be very stupid. But granted, the guy that they hired is actually he's in charge of the theme parks because Galaxy's Edge is doing so great.
No, nobody saw that. Nobody's lined up for that.
Oh goodness, look! What is that, Kingpin?
That's Kingpin. He's bald and white.
Yeah, it looks just like Kingpin. Yeah.
I see that. Oh, kind of like Michael Chiklis thing going on too.
Yeah, like a Vincent D'Onofrio kind of like scary kind of thing going on.
He looks like the commish. That's what.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe he's got some great ideas. I mean, granted, Disney theme parks are very popular around the world, and everything takes a lot to run those things. Mm-hmm. As far as the ideas for like the films and everything goes, I hope they stick to that mission statement because Disney makes solid films. I don't think they make bad films, but they do make some interesting decisions where like they basically taken over the entertainment market. Bob Iger has basically revolutionized the way we view entertainment and see things now because. He owns Lucasfilm, Marvel Cinematic Universe. He also owns Fox now. The guy definitely has to change entertainment. How do you think that's going to change now, or if it's going to change at all?
Well, I also heard they're trying to get their hands on DC Comics.
How would that be? Whoa, yeah. Oh, okay. So Bob Iger's Kingpin.
Bob
Okay.
Iger.
Okay. Well, technically,
No,
he's stepping down. Who's the other guy?
They look alike. Compare the two.
They do. Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, not Bob Iger's this. Okay, I understand now. We have achieved smartness.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do look a lot alike. So, Tyler, any final thoughts on this or anything that we've talked about?
I hope that they don't make another Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Well, okay then. Guys, if in case you have any comments, questions, or concerns about anything that we talked about today, you can leave a comment at facebook.com/studio67ncc. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching so far. We're going to take a really quick break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about some stuff to put into your ear holes about film and stuff, and it's going to be great. See you later and after this break.
Segments.
When it comes to culinary arts, Nash Community College is here to turn your burning passion for food into a career. Our chefs, with over 70 years of highly qualified industry experience, are here to point you in the right direction, teaching and handing down classical culinary techniques that will improve your skills and help you cut your way into the food industry. Gain invaluable experience, vital to cooking and preparing delicious food, served in a personal and creative environment. To learn more about the Culinary Arts program, visit nashcc.edu.
Squeaky. Guys, thank you so much for coming back to Big Bang Cinema. My name is Isaac the Squeaky Cherry Anderson.
I'm Tyler Keene, and I'm here
Yes.
for
Yes,
some
you are.
segments. I'm here for some segments.
Yes, you are. So guys, depression can be a very hard thing to go through in life. And sometimes we take medications, but other people watch films. And the thing that we're going to watch tonight to get rid of our depression is The Invisible Man.
It's our
But-
segment.
Well, let me finish.
Segments.
Skippy. Okay. The Invisible Man is going to be a movie that comes out tonight, and it's been getting really good reviews, and it's based on an old property from, I believe, the 40s or 50s. And I thought it'd be fun if we go through revisit our old segment of Reboot-a-palooza, and Tyler and I go through a few old 50s properties that would be really fun to actually reboot and actually turn out pretty well.
Who wrote it? H.G. Wells?
Some conglomeration of writers, I think.
No.
It's not terribly hard to come up with The Invisible Man.
I think
You
it
know?
was a book. It was a book written by, gosh, who was it?
I don't know. It's not important. But we're not going to worry about that right now. So, my choice, my first choice for movies that would be really good rebooted, and granted, a lot of these, just fair warning, or have already been rebooted in some way, form, or fashion, but we're going to say do it again, but specifically in a smaller kind of Blumhouse horror movie construct, kind of like what they did with The Invisible Man, where it's not the world's exploding, all this kind of thing. A few characters, a few sets, just really kind of character-driven and kind of introspective. So, my first choice is The Day the Earth Stood Still. Now, we all remember this movie. We all know what this movie is. Basically, this alien comes to Earth and says, "You guys got to stop sucking so bad." And
All you know is at an end, and then Galactus shows up, right?
absolutely. And basically, he kind of like he's like, "I'm gonna destroy you guys unless you guys improve." And the whole thing's basically about like how this everybody's scared that this alien's gonna destroy them all and everything. I think that this would be a really good thing to make a small kind of Blumhouse version of. Because I think you can have maybe a few characters. You don't even really see the alien. The alien just be like things you see on the TV every now and then. And you hear people talking on the news and everything, have a few news clippings, and then mostly be people like maybe scientists and maybe like some news reporters and how they deal with this and how like we can kind of deal with a lot of things about how people deal with people that are different, people from different lands, people with all these kinds of things. You kind of have all that woven into it. What? Well, come on, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Well, I think it would be a fun thing. I think it would be a really cool, dramatic kind of thing with some horror elements into it. But I'm more interested into the character aspect of it, of people trying to deal with this kind of thing. And you don't like that?
Absolutely not.
Okay, why not?
It's not. Everybody's going to want action and scariness and spookiness.
I don't think so.
You're just going to have people like, it's like Cloverfield without the alien.
Yeah, they made that. It's called 10 Cloverfield Lane, and it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, someone didn't have a memory of a movie on a movie show. What is your idea?
Mine is Plan 9 from Outer Space, but have Tim Burton direct it.
Okay. Can you go into detail about that?
Make it. It was filmed to be a serious film, but have Tim Burton refilm it, or have Tim Burton film the making of Plan 9 from Outer Space, and just had the crazy, zany, just the horrible, just the dumb script writing here. Just make a film about the making of Plan 9 from Outer Space.
But they did. It's called Ed Wood.
Well, I know you made it Ed Wood, but go into depth about the making of the film. Have Johnny Depp back to play Ed Wood, and just go, because there's still so much crazy and zany stuff that went behind the making of this film. It was like they went brain dead and just started making this movie.
Heard that.
It's gonna be funny and do like the kind of bright colors and kind of like, I want like a Big Eyes-esque kind of film.
Okay.
Have Schwartz, and what's his name? Schwartz.
There's only so many men named Schwartz.
He's in all the Wes Anderson movies. Jason Schwartz.
Yeah,
Jason Schwartz.
Jason Schwartzman.
Have
yeah.
Jason Schwartz in it.
Jason Schwartzman.
Schwartzman.
Okay, you gotta put that pronoun in. Okay.
Schwartzman.
There you go, Schwartzman. And do you think Tim Burton would have the kind of gravitas and kind of like the kind of tone that he would back then?
Absolutely, he could absolutely.
Or is he going to shoot the whole thing on a green screen?
Dude, have you not seen Big Eyes?
I've never seen Big Eyes.
Big Eyes is incredible. I want that kind of style with this film. It'd just be great. Just to make the whole thing like a kind of like a disaster artist, and just do like a whole. Almost like a parody, a biographical parody. I would love to watch that. That would be
a bio parody, as you call them.
A biopody.
We're breaking down barriers right now.
Biopody.
Whoa. That you sold me on this. I actually do want to see this now. Yeah. So, time for my next little thing, and this is about Marvel's character, the Blob. Not really. This is about the Blob from the 50s. Not the Blob. I want to see a movie about Blob from Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine.
That would be
where his name was Bob, and he gets mad because he thinks you're calling him Blob, and then he tackles Wolverine, and then Wolverine cries.
What if make an 1.5 movie about him trying to lose weight?
Yeah, just a drama about the Blob and weight loss.
Yeah. That would be a great
I'd watch
movie.
that. I'd watch that. But anyway, in case you don't know what the Blob is, Steve McQueen goes and talks to a bunch of police officers and like, there's a big scary blob, and then the blob goes in a theater or something, and people run out. And that's the movie.
Mama June.
What?
Big Mama June goes to that.
Big Mama June? Oh, goodness. What is that from? Where's Big Mama June from?
What's her name? Honey Boo Boo's mom.
Oh, goodness. No, she had bypass.
Yeah, she had liposuction. You remember that? And
yeah, whatever she's doing now. She's working at Chili's. I don't know. The Blob, I think that you can make something cool. Granted, it's going to be really hard to make this like not big and grandiose. I think the Invisible Man works because you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on effects. Basically, like, it's just really simple. You just have one actress in a room and you put her on a wire. Woo! Scary! You know? Genius. Genius. This might take a little bit more. Maybe the Blob is not all that big. Andrew, our executive producer, Andrew Small, and I, we were talking before this. We said that wouldn't it be cool if people like became the Blob or something like that? Like if people like started like, you got infected by the Blob virus and like you started melting and you became the Blob, and now the Blob is combining into a big one thing, kind of like the Stranger Things thing.
or Slither.
Slither? What is that? What did you?
That's the plot to Slither.
Oh, it is? Well, we're not going to use that. Maybe we're talking about like the Blob is actually like maybe a science experiment gone wrong or something like that, and it's a metaphor for our own feelings. But that's going to suck. We're probably not going to do that. But point is, you can do something where people, like the Blob means more than just being the Blob. It actually like is a manifestation of like somebody's fears and something like that.
What about it's a GMO from corn, and they try to make some high fructose corn syrup one day. So it's the highest high fructose. It's supposed to be completely like no calories in it. It's supposed to, your body's supposed to process it, and then it comes to life and starts eating people.
It's like Jurassic World, but with food.
Yes.
I like it. Well, what do you call that? Corn-rassic World?
Carter-esque World.
I like Corn-rassic World. But yeah, the Blob. I think it'd be an interesting thing. Granted, they did one in 1988, I think. But I think this is also a good thing that you can do with practical effects instead of stupid CGI. I think this would be a really cool
and he
return
kills
to that.
people by clogging their arteries.
There you go. There you go. And he's going to make everyone develop tumors over the course of 40 years.
Absolutely.
There you go.
40 years.
GMO, the Blob.
The
The Blob resurgence.
And wherever he goes, he spreads pesticides.
There you go. And he just has Monsanto written on him.
And Monsanto's the Blob.
Okay, Monsanto's the Blob. There you go. So, Tyler, what is your last idea?
Seventh Seal was a film from the 50s, black and white. It was about a man playing chess with death. And
Bill and Ted?
That's where Bill and Ted got the idea from.
Yeah.
And it's really good. It's really good. It's emotionally gripping. It's technologically gripping. It's incredible. He learns lessons about life by just hanging with death and playing it. But if he wins, he gets life again. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to spoil it. You got to see the movie. I would love to see like a small time indie director take up this, do like a black and white film version of it.
Okay, just like they did back in the 50s?
Yeah. Refilm, do black and white back in like 50s style, and have like a, I'm trying to think who'd be a good actor to part. I don't think.
A John Hamm. He looks very kind of vintage.
Vintage. John Hamm plays against death, a chess game.
Okay. Who would play death?
But they got to modernize. So they get rid of chess, but they're playing Magic: The Gathering. They gotta.
Heard that.
And he's playing with like blue and black, lands, whatever they're called.
You've sunk in my battleship.
You sunk in my battleship, sir.
Yeah. Well, these are all interesting topics, but do you have any topics that you want to talk about? You can leave a comment at facebook.com/studio67ncc. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Well, we actually do read them. Yeah, all you from Bristol, all you from Zimbabwe, all you guys. There are people, we have people from Zimbabwe watching us.
In Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that one, but Bristol too. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Next week, we're going to be reviewing The Invisible Man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Heard it was great. But thank you so much for watching. My name is Isaac, the Squeaky Cherry Anderson.
I am Tyler Keene.
Stay lovely. Have a good weekend.